Good day. This is JNN Weekday News. I'm Vaughn Thorpe. Here now are the top stories. One of the FinSAC commissioners is speaking out amid renewed focus on the cost of the inquiry which began 5 years ago and a staunch declaration from the government that it will not provide additional funding. Charles Ross, who along with Warwick Bogle sat as commissioners of the FinSAC inquiry, says the additional funds were requested for specific purposes. Mr. Ross stated that the bulk of the money will be used to cover the cost of producing the final report and therefore would have gone to the technical people. The additional budget is between $10 and $20 million. Mr. Ross was appointed to the commission in October 2010. It was set up to probe the collapse of the financial sector in the 1990s and the treatment of persons whose debts were taken over by FinSAC. In the meantime, Mr. Ross says the completion of the FinSAC inquiry report remains at a standstill. He says nothing can be done until the funds are provided. Justice Minister Senator Mark Golding yesterday commented on the failure of the FinSAC Commission to present its report. He said the issue was one of principle. He argued that the commissioners were paid in full to complete the job. The alleged leader of the Scare Them gang in the Kingston Western Police Division is among 13 persons arrested and charged with breaches under the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organization Act, also known as the AntiGang Legislation. He has been identified as 31-year-old Omar Spalding of Bread Lane, Kingston 13. The others are 22-year-old Leon Williams of Water Street, Kingston 14, 54-year-old taxi operator Anthony Wright of Christopher Road, Kingston 13, 22-year-old Derval Finley, who is from Buff Bay, Portland, and Orlando Harris, also from Water Street. San Sebastian Allen of Nuttall Street, Kingston 14, and 2 teenage boys were also arrested and charged under the legislation. News came yesterday evening that the police had charged an additional 5 persons with similar breaches under the anti-gang legislation. 2 weeks after a peace meeting was held involving residents of Augustown in St. Andrew, the community is reeling from a fatal shooting. The police confirmed that a man was killed about 7 p.m. on Wednesday. He was shot by a gunman on Bedwards Crescent. A senior investigator disclosed that the man was walking when he was attacked. Following an upsurge in crime in Augustown during the last quarter of 2014, the St. Andrew Central Police called the peace meeting with residents on January 7. It was held at the Halfway Tree Police Station and was discussed ways to reduce crime and violence in several sections of the community. The police are now investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a 5-year-old girl in Port Maria, St. Mary. The body of Crystal Coleman was found at a house in Frontier District on Wednesday afternoon. According to police reports, about 1:45, relatives were informed that the child had been left alone at the house. She was found inside, motionless, and the police were called. They reportedly discovered bruises on the body. Crystal was pronounced dead at the Port Maria Hospital. And those were the headlines for this hour. You can watch our live stream at JamaicanNewsNetwork.com. I'm Vaughn Thorpe. This is JNN News Worth Watching.